So today is Christmas Eve as I am posting this. Today I don't really want to do any major editing. I kind of just want to talk. I've really realized as I've gone back and viewed things and actually looked at how much I've done this year, I've not really done very much, at least from what I wanted to do. I had a lot of projects that I planned on doing. I planned on doing like this whole series where I talk about stupid stuff, because that's what my channel is dedicated to, things that don't really benefit anybody in any way. It's just me talking about random junk that I hope my small little audience does care about. I hope so. But for the most part, what I'm doing and saying isn't really benefiting anybody. So I guess that kind of factors into why I haven't really done that much. Let me get this blanket. I really want to make content that's appealing to some people at least. And the truth is, a lot of people say, oh, I'm busy or I've got a life. I haven't really done anything in the past year. I can't really recall anything that I've done because I wasn't in school. So I didn't have like anything to do. I was at home all day. I feel like I wasted a lot of time. And I could have worked on a lot of projects. But the thing is once I'm actually like invested in a project, sometimes I realize, why did I even do that? There's a point when you're editing where you hear your voice so much. You hear the things you're saying, you have to replay footage over and over again. You're spending so much time putting effort into creating this video that you just hate it by the end. That's why I'm kind of afraid to review something I love or talk about something I love for a long period of time. Like, I've thought about doing video essays, and I've thought about, I've been trying to do this Bo Burnham video, but I can't think of the right words for it. But I'm also afraid that I'll screw it up and I won't do it justice, or I won't talk about it the way I want to talk about it, or I'll replay so much footage or hear myself talking about it so much that I grow to hate that thing. I don't want to hate the things that I'm trying to express my love about in a video, And that happens during that editing process. It's grueling and it takes forever. This past video I just posted like 2 days ago, I really feel so just disconnected from it. Like, when I was editing it, I just gave up. I honestly thought I wasn't going to finish doing it because I really just hated editing it. I hated hearing my voice. I hated having to cut out every little breath, every little stutter, because believe it or not, I'm not very good at talking in front of a camera, as you can tell right now. So I just have a real issue with that, and there are just a lot of things that I really don't like about my productivity. I have a serious issue with actually getting things done because I always get distracted, or my mind goes somewhere else and I do a different thing. It's like when I'm cleaning something or when I'm mowing the lawn. I start on one section or one patch, I'm cleaning that or mowing that, and I'm like really focused on it, and I see something else and I go do that thing, even though I didn't finish the other thing. It's like I have piles and piles of things I need to do, and I never finish them because I always get distracted and move to the next thing. I'm such a scatterbrained person. And I realized that as I've gone back to school this year, when I take a test or a quiz, I'm working on a question and then I skip to a different thing and I skip to a different thing and I flip all over the place, and I never do anything in order. My brain just doesn't work like that. And so it's hard when you're trying to work on a video, because a video requires you to work in order. You can't cut one part of a video and then skip over and cut another part and move around. It just doesn't work like that. Because if you cut like something at the beginning and you cut to something at the end, then everything just gets screwed up. It's difficult to, if you've edited, you know what I'm talking about, but essentially that's just how it works. So it's a I don't know how to describe it, but what I'm saying is, like, my productivity when it's come to making videos, when it's come to actually being able to articulate things in front of a camera, you know, it's so hard sometimes, and it's really hard to stay motivated. And that's really with anything. You know, some people talk about how, oh, I'm taking exams, or I'm busy at work, I'm doing double shifts, so I can't get these videos out to you. That's not really the case at all with me. It's not really that I'm busy, it's just that I'm lazy. I feel like some people are afraid to admit that, but I am freaking lazy, and I don't know what to do about it. And me coming here and complaining about it doesn't really make much sense either, but I'm not really doing this for my benefit entirely. I am doing it for some people who do watch my videos who kind of understand that feeling. I want those people to feel, it sounds cheesy, but you're not alone, you know, like, this is a very real thing and it happens to everyone. And that's just what I've been thinking about mostly today and during this holiday season. Is I've just had a lot of self-reflection where I'm realizing that I'm really bad at a lot of things. Because this year, I mean, it's been like this for everyone. We've been inside, you know, we've been stuck inside and we can't leave our houses. You know, it wasn't as bad as last year. 2020 was a nightmare, everyone knows that. But this year, it was still the case, at least from where I'm in the East Coast of the United States. Been kind of a nightmare too. I mean, we're stuck inside all the time. So we have to lose ourselves in something, you know, a game or movies or YouTube, which is a big thing for me. You get lost in the internet. You kind of get to this point where you get so invested in something where you just lose touch with reality, and you start to forget that you live in a world where there are actual consequences, which is something that you don't have on the internet, believe it or not. Consequences are hard to come by because people are behind the screen, is arguing at each other. They can say whatever they want and they won't get punished for it. It's just a completely different situation. And all I'm saying is, I don't want to ruin anyone's day, but life kind of sucks sometimes, and it's really hard. And I just kind of want to explain that to you guys because, you know, this year has been hard for a lot of people, and I do want to go more in depth on that because I do want to do one of those like year in review things again like I did last year. This time obviously not going to be as energetic because I had so much more energy last year than I did this year. Just feels weird that this year, that Christmas is my favorite time of the year. It always has been. It's the music and the treats, the movies, the family, the joy, the laughter, everything. It's just a really wholesome time, and I can't begin to describe how it makes me feel. I love Christmas so much. And yes, it's been great being with my family, but there's been definitely something off the past couple days. It just doesn't feel like Christmas to me. I think it's just me, like maybe just a me thing. Become a much more cynical person. I've just become more negative and pessimistic. I also have COVID. I forgot to mention that. Yes, I am kind of sick. I've been kind of sick, so that may add to it too, but it just felt weird. It felt off, and I don't really know how to describe it. So I kind of just wanted to make this is not scripted. This is me just talking because I feel like it's a little therapeutic for me, but mostly for you. That's kind of what I want to do that for. But I say this a lot. And I'm saying this to a camera in reality, like I'm literally just speaking to no one at the moment, but I am keeping you guys in mind every single second I'm talking to this camera, because I really do love you guys. I really do appreciate the real, genuine responses you have to my videos and the actual discussions we can have. When I got invited into the critic community, it was at like September 2020. That was a while ago now. That was one of the hardest moments of my life I was going through at that time. Like, I had a lot of real crap going on, and I was just really depressed, like freaking like on the verge of like suicide. Like I was not doing well mentally at all. But getting that invite and being invited into like a film community, if a family basically, of people I've never met, but feel like I do have a real genuine connection to, you know, people I can call and talk to whenever I really need that, you know, people that are interested in what I'm interested in, things that I can't really find too much in the real world. You know, there are a lot of bad things about the internet. There are a lot of bad things about social media and getting lost in technology. That's just a fact of life. There are so many negative effects of that. But there's also a lot of good things, and I think that film community I found was so beneficial to me. And yes, I've had a lot of downfalls mentally, especially in the last year, but just having that kind of support has been very beneficial to me, and I would not have that without YouTube, without a comment section that's open for anyone to write things. Like the fact that I have a very positive comment section says a lot. Like I don't get that many negative comments, you know, and I do appreciate that in some ways. I just like the community we have here, and I'd love to keep it that way as best as possible. And I'm just so thankful to you guys. So during this holiday break, just keep a few things in mind. Just stay healthy, especially mentally. Like just try to get away from those deep dark thoughts that you can spiral into worse situations. Just stay away from that. Try to get into more positive situation, and not like overwhelmingly positive. I've definitely been depressed, and then I'm in a place where like everyone's just overwhelmingly happy, like at like a party or something, and I'm not interested in that moment because I'm just hurting inside so much. But definitely finding a place where you feel comfortable, just feel joy, just try to find that in your own life and look around you a little more. Acknowledge that you're living in an actual reality with actual consequences. And these are all things, I'm not saying that I'm not a part of these things. Like I definitely need to improve. I'm not telling you that I'm better than you. I don't want to give off that vibe. Like I definitely need to improve things in my own personal life, but these are just things that are on my mind and I want to share them with you. So just during this season, just, you know, relax, but keep these things in mind. You know, we're never going to be perfect. It's not humanly possible, but we can definitely improve. No matter how stressful, you know, contact with other people can be sometimes, and making conversation, it can be stressful. I know that, I feel that, but definitely try to find a place where you definitely do feel comfortable, you know, and step out of your comfort zone, obviously, a few times, but just try to just do whatever you can to make yourself happy. I feel like that's one of the most important things ever. And I wish I could achieve that more, but I'm working on it. I hope you're working on it. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. It's a very different video, very different vibe. I don't have a lot going on here. I just have like 2 lights going on, and that's it. That's really all I have. Thank you for watching. Merry Christmas, or if you don't celebrate Christmas, happy holidays. Have a nice break. Have fun.